Welcome to the First Street Report, where you'll see new products and technology to make our lives easier every week. I'm Bud Myers. Well, recently, some of our friends were over and they said, we have problems listening to television, especially those voices and the dialogue that comes through on some of the dramas. I said, well, there's a couple of reasons for that. One, of course, as we get a little bit older, we naturally lose some of our higher frequencies and we're not able to hear some of those things, but also in the nature of the soundtrack itself. With some of the new Dolby Digital soundtracks, obviously there are more sound cues and environmental sounds that actually mix with, the actual dialogue. Now, that can be really well routed, and it can be handled perfectly if you have a Dolby Digital receiver and 6 to 7 loudspeakers. In fact, to show you here, this is a typical center speaker. Now, the center speaker on a Dolby Digital system actually handles the dialogue. It's the center speaker that's placed right by the television. But also, it has to handle a lot of other frequencies as well. Let's say, for instance, an airplane flies across the screen. Well, if it does that, it also has to handle more than just mid-range. There's high frequencies and low frequencies. So that's what you typically get if you just buy a center speaker. Well, I'm showing you a brand new product today. This is called the Dialog. Very small, but it's very powerful. And it's built by Jensen, specially designed actually for First Street. And what this does is you simply, just by using your jacks in the back of your television or your cable, just plug it in. It has its own amplifier. What it specifically does, though, is mix all of the sound, and then just because of the speaker design itself, it only actually produces the upper mid-range, which is the vocal pattern, the vocal range of the sound spectrum. So what happens there is a couple things. One, because the high frequencies aren't there, you don't hear the sound overall as loud, and you're actually getting a clearer sound. You have a little volume control here, so you can turn it up or turn it down. Now, you can place this right by your TV, but what I really like is it's got a 25-foot cord. So you literally now can take this and put it right by your chair, and you're able to sit here and tune in and listen to that weather report or whatever you want. Right there, you're sure to get that information that you need. It's called the Dialog loudspeaker, and really, it's only $99.95. That means you don't have to buy any amplifiers or anything. You just take this, just plug it up to your television for less than $100. You've got everything that you need. And some of us don't have those big Dolby Digital systems in all of our rooms. This is all that you need. So, hey, if you have any questions about the Dialog loudspeaker, just go to firststreetonline.com or WTVR.com, and we'll be glad to answer them for you. Till next week, I'll be glad to see you, and hope you love these products. I'm Bud Myers.